The double straddle to 200 on again, Trey raises to 500 with pocket sixes. We're in the small blind with suited Broadway cards. I 3-bet to 2,000. The big blind is a man who needs no introduction. It's the poker legend Sharkbait. For those of you who are younger viewers, Sharkbait was part of the conglomerate called the Corporation that played high-stakes poker against billionaire Andy Beal in the early 2000s. He won 2 bracelets in mixed game events and has the WPT title. Surprisingly, Sharkbait just flats at 2,000 from the big blind with pocket queens. Trey has too short of a stack to justify getting involved. He lets it go. We're heads up out of position. The flop comes ace, ace, 4. What's interesting about this is that I'm going to be 3-betting a lot of suited aces, an ace king, ace queen, and ace jack. With a lot of trips in my range, I c-bet small to 1,600 with plans to have to possibly double barrel because I anticipate our opponent having lots of pocket pairs and very few aces once he flats our 3-bet. He's going to 4-bet hands like ace king and ace queen. Potentially he'd flat ace jack and ace 10 suited, but we have removal to ace jack and ace 10 of clubs, so there's only one combo each of ace jack and ace 10 suited that's available. We also have removal to jacks and 10s, and we're normally going to get 4-bet by kings and queens. This is one of those times when we don't get 4-bet by queens, despite Sharkbait's aggressive reputation. The opponent surely won't fold to a small flop bet. He calls. The turn is the 6 of clubs. We're drawing stone dead, but that's not always important when we have the right combination of cards to continue putting pressure on someone who will rarely have trips or better, while we certainly could.
Jack 10 of clubs is actually one of your better barrel off hands here, Skull, because you block ace jack, ace 10 of clubs, some of the suited ace combos.
That's great.
So,
Once in a while we'll throw you in.
Yeah.
not too relevant, but you kind of need some non-equity triples IMO here.
Well, yeah, definitely bang me.
Spades and clubs are going to
Just
kind of
drop
be better.
an IMO, in my opinion.
Yeah, IMO, in my opinion.
6,000. I bang Scotty.
Oh, we got a turn barrel here.
Big barrel.
I like this a lot from Brad, actually. This is a nice hand to do it with. He's finding a good bluff combo.
Sharkbait up out of his seat, looking
I bet he was super cool about it, right?
He actually
across the table to his opponent, Mr. Brad Owen.
because he had it.
This is a pretty cool hand here, Skull. It's a nice big bet from Brad in the turn. Hand makes a lot of sense to bluff with. Now for Sharkbait. With queens, you're going to feel a little torn. On one hand, it's pretty easy for either player to have an ace. He's just going to let it go. Wow. Nice turn bet from Brad.
All right, Nick game.
Alright.
I'm done.
It's one of those spots I think a lot of players don't find because you can't have like a straight draw or flush draw. You got to get creative and think about what hands make the most sense to bluff with. And I think that hand specifically is a very smart hand to use, and Brad managed to figure it out and get it done.
We get a big $6,000 bluff through. The double barrel induces the fold from pocket queens. Feels good to pull a move like that against one of the guys that I looked up to when I first started playing poker.